Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. We are getting into a guidance department video series, and this is going to be our first video, and this is just going to be some general information that's going to be applicable to all grade levels in the high school. Our plan is to come out with other videos that are grade level specific, and then maybe even a few others that hit on some specific information that you might find useful. And so we encourage you to check out these videos as more come online. Feel free to check them out as often as you want. They'll be there for your disposal, and you can go back as many times as you want and check out the videos that contain the information that you need. So let's jump right into this general information video. What we're going to try to cover today is information about Strong Rock's graduation requirements, the grade scale, grade point average information, and then we're going to finish up with some Hope and Zell Miller information. To begin with, these are the Strong Rock graduation requirements. In general, a high school class is going to earn a student half a credit each semester. To graduate from Strong Rock, a student would have to achieve all of these credits. 4 in English, 4 in math, that would include coordinate algebra or algebra 1, geometry, advanced algebra or algebra 2, and then 1 more math that's in advanced of algebra 2. In science, it's a requirement of 4 credits, and we do require biology and chemistry. In social studies, it's a total of 3 credits, 1 credit for world history, 1 credit for U.S. history, and then half a credit each for government and economics. Foreign language area, graduation requirement is 2 credits of the same foreign language. In PE, health and life fitness is our graduation requirement. That's also a requirement by the state of Georgia. Here at Strong Rock, we require 1 credit from either the fine arts or the technology areas. They don't have to be one of each, but just 1 from those 2 areas combined. And then lastly, we do require that students are in a Bible class every year. Now, we're going to talk a little bit now about grade scale, grade point average, and then the Hope and Zell Miller Scholarship Program. Okay, let's start with grade scale. At Strong Rock Christian School, we use what's considered a plus-minus grade scale, and that's located right here in this middle box. A 96 to 100 is considered an A+, and that would earn the student 4.3 quality points, or sometimes those are referred to as Carnegie units. And you can see how as we go down through the numeric grades, that translates into a letter grade with a plus or a minus, and then the quality points or Carnegie units. Now, if a student is taking a course like an honors course, an AP course, or a dual enrollment course, those advanced level courses carry additional weighting that we add to the grade point average. For every AP course, a student receives 1 additional point onto the Carnegie unit value each semester. For honors and dual enrollment courses, they receive half a point added each semester onto that Carnegie unit value. Now, I want to take a minute and contrast Strong Rock's grade point average calculation method with that of the Georgia Student Finance Commission, which is the organization that oversees the Hope and Zell Miller scholarships. The calculation methods are different, so that's going to result in a different grade point average from the Strong Rock GPA compared to the Georgia Student Finance Commission GPA. First off, at Strong Rock, we count every course that's taken from 9th grade through 12th grade. That would include Bible courses, technology courses, fine arts courses, PE courses, etc. Georgia Student Finance Commission will only calculate courses taken within the core subject areas of math, English, science, social studies, and foreign language. Secondly, as you can see when you compare these 2 boxes, the grade scale that Georgia Student Finance Commission uses is a little bit different than ours. And then finally, the weighting system is different. Georgia Student Finance Commission will add half a point each semester to an AP or a dual enrollment course. However, they do not calculate anything higher than a 4.0. So if a student who makes an A, even if it's an AP or a dual enrollment course, they're not going to get that extra half point. That would only be for grades below B or below A. We're going to talk about Hope and Zell Miller and what a student needs to earn in order to qualify for those scholarships. First off, the Hope Scholarship. To qualify for the Hope Scholarship, a student would have to have a final grade point average when recalculated by Georgia Student Finance Commission of a 3.0. So remember the differences in how Strong Rock calculates and Georgia Student Finance Commission calculates. We're talking about the Georgia Student Finance Commission calculation for their GPA. It has to be at least a 3.0. Additionally, the student has to have taken at least 4 courses of rigor. If you Google Georgia Student Finance Commission courses of rigor, you can come up with their big long list of courses that they deem as courses of rigor. If you go back to that list of graduation requirements, you'll see that there's 3 courses of rigor that are required of every student at Strong Rock. The second year of foreign languages typically is going to be Spanish 2, Advanced Algebra or Algebra 2, and Chemistry. So right there, every student at Strong Rock is going to have at least 3, and it's really not hard to get that 4th. There's a lot of ways that you can get that 4th course of rigor. That's really not an issue for our students. So that's all they need to do to earn the Hope Scholarship. To earn the Zell Miller Scholarship, it is a little bit higher of a grade point average. It's a 3.7. It's still the same number of courses of rigor, at least 4. But for the Zell Miller, the student also has to have a qualifying test score. That can either be a 1200 on the SAT or a 26 composite on the ACT. The catch here is the student cannot superscore multiple test scores. The 1200 or the 26 has to come from one test administration. Well, I hope you found the information in this video helpful. I would encourage you to ask any questions that maybe you thought of as we're going through this information. My email is on the title slide, so if you go back and look at that, you can find my email address. And be on the lookout for upcoming videos as we continue to build this series. Thank you very much.